Look at my watch, me on my own time. When it comes to the job, please believe that I'm on mine.
Hey guys, welcome to Juice Box. I'm your girl, Miss Liz, and we are about to get the juice from my girl, Jey-B, the owner and creative director of Cute Pieces. What's up, Joyce?
Hello.
How long you been doing this? How did you get started? And what made you start?
Okay. Well, I've always had a love for fashion since elementary, middle school, high school. I was always known for dressing in high school. I always was complimented. I've been working retail since I was 14 years old.
Okay.
And you know, from dressing rooms, from just checking dressing rooms, handing them their little ticket as a 14-year-old until I was able to get out on the floor and start dressing mannequins and doing all that. And then I graduated from high school, moved to Los Angeles at 18 and said, you know what, I want to go to fashion school. And I've been in business already going on close to 8 years.
So, okay, it's a lot of people out here with boutiques, a lot of people out here selling clothes. Could you give some of the people some good advice of how they can start a boutique? Like, how can they get out here and start? If they want to start an online store, maybe have a store, what can they do?
Basically, what I would suggest to anybody that wants to get into fashion, to pretty much kind of pinpoint what you want to sell. That's first and foremost. Sometimes fashion is so vast. You can do so many different things. There's so many things to sell, from lipstick to t-shirts to socks.
Right.
So you really have to find out what your passion is, what really drives you, what you like, and then pretty much just start, you know, figuring out how to go about getting it.
Because a lot of people are trendy.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people get caught up in the trendy fashion. So what do you think about the trendy fashion? Because one thing I've learned, even as far as customers, because you have customers that like the trendy stuff, but you also have your business class women that like certain stuff. So when you're trying to make money, your marketing strategy should be about...
Yeah, it really should cater to who you're trying to attract. So if you're trying to attract a younger market, then you definitely should stay towards the trendier pieces because they shop a lot more. But if you have career-oriented women that, you know, maybe don't buy as much, but when they do buy, they buy. You got to stick to, you know, the nice pantsuits or the linens, or, you know, pay attention to, you know, are they working from home? So you don't want to go too hard with suiting right now because of the pandemic. So you go towards loungewear. They're sitting at their computers at home. They might want just a nice dress to throw on. So just remember, focus on the times that we're in. Don't get caught up in what the trend is, because right now it's pretty much all about where we are as, you know, in the world.
Right.
Just stay true to your clients, stay true to where you are, and you'll win. And it's a slow process, you know, so don't get caught up, you know, what they say, slow growth is better than no growth. So don't get caught up in trying to compete.
So what do you think
of competition?
There's no competition in this game, because actually
there's room for everybody.
Because you can have the same item, but you're just going to rock it differently.
Exactly.
So I don't think it's really competition. There's
right.
room for everyone to make money.
Exactly. There's room for everyone to make money, and as long as you focus on your clientele, your strategy, you know, you're gonna win. You know, and it may not happen as fast as you would like, but that's life, and that's the process. This whole, like, everything blows up, you're on the cover of, you know, some Fortune magazine overnight. That those things are not true. It's a grind, it's a hustle. There's no easy way to make money. There's no easy way to do it. You just gotta believe in yourself, believe in what you're selling, and go hard on the clients. You know, don't be afraid to get in their face. Don't be afraid to hear no. I don't want that. And don't be offended when people don't want to, you know, check for you. You know, don't get offended, because there's always somebody live for fashion. The Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising got accepted, and that's what really started my career. And then I started working in Beverly Center, worked at Nordstrom's, worked my way up, been in all arenas, was, you know, pace setter at one point, top sales. And by me working retail, I was fortunate enough to become a wardrobe stylist for the NAACP Image Awards. I did the Minority Motion Picture Awards.
Oh, amazing.
Like 3-4 years in a row, I was called to do that. And so I will say that anybody out there that thinks that, you know, working retail is like, you know, you got to come out a boss and all that, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Your years of learning and training, if you have to work in a small boutique just to get out, if you don't decide not to go to school, the best training I ever got was working actual inside a retail store. So if you decide that this is something you want to do, just get a part-time job. Go somewhere, work for 2 or 3 days out the week, just so you can get a feel for people, clients, how people move, how people shop, because the psychology of people is going to help you win in this game when it comes to actually having to shop for them and buy for them.
So noticing that you've had all this retail experience, it actually kind of shaped you for what you're doing today.
Yeah. You know what, and I want to say too that you know, sometimes, you know, you get into something and you don't know that you're really good at it.
Right.
So, you know, you're just doing it. So for all these girls, men and women out there that like to dress and they're like, oh, I want to get into this, you know, I want you to dig deep inside of yourself and say, you know what, whether I win at it or whether I lose at it, I still want to do it because I enjoy it. So at the end of the day, do what you enjoy. Do what makes you happy, and the monetary gain and all that'll come.
Because I'm thinking, don't do it just because you see everyone else doing it. You have to have the passion. It has to be in your heart.
Exactly.
You can't just do it because someone else is, oh, she's doing it, I can do it. That's not how it works.
That's
because
exactly
actually, we were talking about marketing. Because once you buy the product, now what? So that's another thing, because people don't know how to market their product. So
it's important. I'm not afraid to hear no. I'm not afraid of rejection. And for those, you know, so-called like Instagram famous or girls that have a lot of followers, guys that have a lot of followers, of course they want to make money, take money off of their followers. So they'll get into selling clothes and doing all that, but not realizing that, you know what, if your heart is not in it, it's not going to sell anyway, no matter how many followers you got. I don't have as many as people would think, but 90% of my followers buy from me because they know that I'm really passionate about what I do, versus someone that has 1 million followers and may only get a small percentage that will buy from them because they know that that's something they just slanging or they just selling, but they're not really passionate about what they're
Well, people don't get caught up in the followers, because they said, what they say? The devil had millions of followers and Jesus Christ only had a few. So let's be careful who you follow.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's true. Because at the end of the day, if you just try to make a living. The key is to make a living at what you're doing. You don't necessarily have to become some millionaire off of it. Make a consistent living at it first and then let it build. Because I now do this full time. I don't have to work a side job or a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? It took me a long time to get to that stage. I ain't gonna lie.
No, because it's hard when you're actually self-employed.
Yeah.
So when you're self-employed, business is up and down. So you don't know. 1 minute you can't depend on
solely on.
You cannot depend on people like.
Exactly.
I should know that because I'm independent. So I'm just saying.
Exactly. It's a hustle. It's a grind. It's all day, all night. You work harder for yourself than for anybody. But, you know, sometimes you have to, you know, you got to have that buffer in between, because you got to pay your bills, you got to do what you got to do until things take off to where you can do it full time and give it your 100% and give it your all.
Yes, you have to have multi-businesses. You can't just have one.
That's true. Multiple streams of income. For me right now, I work CutePieces.com. Then I'm a stylist on the side, personal shopper on the side, and I do come to people's homes and I redo their closets. So you gotta have several hustles going on. You just can't focus on just one or two.
You cannot just focus on one.
That's right.
So before we leave and wrap up this interview, Jey-B.
Yes, Juice Box.
That's funny, Jey-B and Juice Box.
That's right.
Is there anything else you would like to tell the people? Your Instagram, your website page, all that good stuff.
Well, I wear CutePieces.com. That's where you can go and grab you a cute piece. Right now we're having a great sale.
I wear Cute Pieces.
So check it out. We got t-shirts. Every order you get a free t-shirt. So there you go.
Everyone's not doing that.
Everybody ain't doing it. And this is a quality tee. I don't play. I touch, feel all the fabric. I make sure it's right. Okay. Ain't gonna shrink up on you. Ain't gonna shrink up on you when you put in the dryer.
This is a nice cute piece.
Yes, and this is one of my best sellers. It's a linen jacket, very light, but you can wear this all year round. Got pockets.
Original, custom-made pieces,
yes, not just things from showrooms, not just things from online, not things like. I really go hard on making my our line stand out and not be like everybody else's. You know, I do my best to do that. I mean, every once in a while I'll throw some trendy stuff in that I know that you can get somewhere else, just to show y'all that I can get it. But I do like to go, you know, I do like to throw it off a little bit and put things in there that, you know, aren't so as popular or have things made that you may not see all the time. So Yeah.
And there you have it, guys. I'm your girl, Miss Liz, and we're getting the juice.